Hello everyone, Brandon Boyd here with Wake Up Now. I want to go over strategy number 5, which is to take your brand new IBO, your brand new rep in the business, and plug them into training as soon as possible. Again, people are very unlikely to do anything if they don't have a clue about how to do it. Not only will they be paralyzed in fear, but they simply won't budge. So you got to start training them immediately today, because the quicker that you can get someone plugged in to the how-to training, the better their odds of succeeding will be. So you need to do this today. Get your new rep plugged in right now, right this minute. As soon as they are in, they begin getting trained. Okay, that's what I do with a brand new rep as soon as they come in, is get them trained today. Just like if they were on a job, you're going to start that training process immediately. They need to know how to talk to people, how to present, which in Wake Up Now, nice thing is they don't necessarily have to learn how to present. They can learn how to become a professional inviter, what tools to use, what resources are available to them. They need to begin working on their beliefs, and their brain may need to go through some very serious change in order for them to survive in this profession, from my experience. So today is a good day for training because you're going to give them kind of the armor they need to get going with their business. You got to do that not next week, but right now. So how soon do you want to start making money? That's one of the questions you want to ask. How soon do you want to start making money? Most people's answer is right now. So there you go. Train them now. Get them plugged in. Make them report back to you. They did it if it involves them doing anything on their own. So for example, if I assign a new rep a few tasks, they're ready to report back to me what they've done and what I've asked them to do. Otherwise, I'm just not even going to work with them. Okay? And that's going to save you a ton of time. Remember, actions will always speak louder than words. If they do what I ask of them, that's a good sign. If they don't, that's a great sign. Why? Now I know that I won't be wasting the next 30 to 90 days partnering up and teaming with someone who doesn't understand the concept of basic responsibility. Are you plugged into training? That's a question to ask for yourself. Or are you just too good for it? Have you been on too many webinars? You've already seen it. You already know those things. You've been on 100 calls. Good for you. I don't care how big your check is. You got to lead by example. You got to show up for calls. You got to be on the live events and any training that you can. You got to be visible. You got to make it known that you're there and that you are in the business. You got to be seen. It's just like any other sport. If you're not there at practice, if you're not there in the off season, weightlifting and sprinting and those kind of things, guess what? Come season time, you're not going to be playing. Our business is not any different. So you got to make sure that you're not too arrogant and think that you're so good right now that you don't have to learn anymore. The moment that you start to take that attitude is really kind of the beginning of your demise with your check. I've been doing this long enough. I've seen it firsthand, and it's just not pretty. Okay, so you got to make sure and train your reps. Give a helping hand and teach them to do what we do. Help them, show them, and work with them. Remember, you got to be a sponsor. You're not a salesperson who's just closing the deal on someone. You're actually a sponsor, which means you actually have to do something with that person. You know, manager, that's a person who tells someone go. A leader is someone who says, let's go. So if they know how to do it, they're probably going to do it on their own. Most likely, they won't. Okay? You want people who do. People who are trained generally do a lot more than others who aren't trained. It's pretty simple. If they know how to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't, they won't. So which would you rather have on your team? So this is critical. I've done this since the beginning, since getting in this industry. Training is so vitally important. I don't know of hardly anybody in most jobs that takes a new job with no training and has success without getting let go. Okay? Everyone needs to get trained no matter how good they are. So we're going to go over on the next segment, strategy 6, on the next video, getting their top 10 list. And you'll see how critical this is.